Hey everyone, James Dow back here with another knife review. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. Today we're checking out a little spring-assisted pocket knife. A little folding one. Got Tupac right there. Got Backwoods over there. You know, got window breaker, glass breaker, whatever you want to call it. Great. I mean, it's good action. It's quick. It's violent. That's what kind of sold me on it. Whenever I see a violent spring action knife, I always like to, if they're for the right price or whatever, and it's got the right scheme, whatever, I like to take them home, really put them through their paces, see how long they last, see how they do, see how they are to sharpen and everything. This one, I'm just going to assume it's probably a 420 steel. I'll zoom this out real quick. Probably a 420 or 440 steel. I don't think it's a 3CR. Could be, but I don't think it is. Got Master Chief right there. I wasn't all too sure when I saw that in the store what that was. But yeah. So that being said, it's got like a Tanto style blade. Pretty soft kind of edges there. Not too, aggressive, just more soft, kind of a little different, not usually what you see for a Tanto type style blade. And really, to be honest with you, the only gimping, right? The jimping is not on the back where you'd actually want it and expect it to be. It's on the liner lock, that's whatever. It's different. As for the actual handles itself, you can see it's got some texture lines up there, a bit of a grip, cross grip. I'd say it's probably just some sort of polymer, by the feel of it. Hasn't worn, the images away or anything. Stayed pretty good. Nothing's faded, nothing's worn out. That's one thing I was wondering about. I also wanted to carry it for about a week or two, which I did. I used it very gingerly and, no abuse whatsoever, just cut stuff, how a knife's supposed to be treated, to be honest. But I wanted to see how the action played, if I needed to tighten anything up, whatever. And surprisingly, I haven't had to, which has really, really shocked me, because I thought with that type of action, right, that, doing that every day, probably 10, 20 times a day, it would, either slow down, something come loose of the sort in there, or something might even snap or break, pop out. Nothing. It seems like, I don't want to say it's gotten stronger, but it's gotten more character to it. It feels better when it does it now than when I first got it. And it's not because when I first got it was more explosive or whatever, or had more, let's say, pop to it. It just felt stiff to open, and now it's kind of broken in the proper way, but it's but you still got a good trigger to it. Like, that's one thing I wish they had. I wish they had some jimping in here on the back for the finger flipper, the finger opener, whatever you want to call it, because sometimes you do tend to slip off, which is one thing I've noticed. I have another one over here, another knife, and it doesn't have it, and it really would benefit from having it. That's something I haven't taken time to do at, notch it, put anything in the back, but that's something definitely could. And mainly part of the reason I didn't do that is sometimes I like to buy these knives, really use them for what they're worth and feel how they come, not change them, not modify them, whatever, and just keep using them until they fall apart, whatever. And this one I repaired a while back, and it stayed together, and I had it for, like I said in the video, probably, I think, like a year, if not a little longer, And this is just done real right, But we'll get back to the main knife of the video, this Tupac Shakur knife. But yeah, it does have a lanyard loop back here near the glass breaker, so that's very nice if you like your leather straps and whatnot. Great function. I don't understand the Master Chief. Really enjoy the kind coating on the blade. Might just be some sort of paint, whatever. I don't think it's dyed. It might be dyed, because it actually hasn't rubbed off, and I've sharpened it a couple times, and it takes the edge really well, and it holds it for the most part pretty good. Unless you're going through some real rough stuff, pull liner, whatever, leather, you don't really gotta worry. It works. Lightweight knife. We'll take it to the roller real quick. Just notice we haven't done that. So the blade of usable length, about, let's say, just about 3.5. Just a fuzzy over 3.5. 3 5/8. And when the knife collapsed, comes in at about, say, about 5 1/4. So yeah. With that being said, real lightweight knife. very affordable, great price, good action, and it's really impressed me. I appreciate everyone tuning in, checking out my video, and I'll catch you all next time.